Finding your first client is the most challenging part of starting virtual assistants. And one of the reasons is potential client doesn't know whether you have the right skills or not. They don't know if they can trust you to do the job right. And that is the reason why if you can find an internship opportunity, it might really help you gain real world experience, get testimonials from people you actually work for, and it can also help you have live work samples that you can share with potential client, with paid client. And that is why in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly the things you need to do in order to get hired as an internship virtual assistant, gain real world experience, get testimonials, and some live work samples that you can share with paid virtual assistant client in the future. And the very first step is you need to have some specific skills. When I talk about specific skills, I mean something really specific. A good example is instead of saying I have experience with data entry, you can say I have experience with Microsoft Excel. I have experience working with CRM. I can use Trello for project management. If you have something specific like this, it is going to help you, and this is really the first step. Don't just take data entry is just broad. And if you are just getting started, you need to be as specific as possible. So don't mention the service, mention the skill that you have. Are you skilled in using Microsoft Excel? Mention it. Are you skilled in using PowerPoint? Have it written down. Are you skilled in using Trello, Asana, ClickUp for project management? Have it ready. If you don't have the right skills, then learning the right skills is actually the first step. So pick something specific, learn and be very good at it. The goal is maybe to learn data entry, but what actual things can you learn in order to be good at data entry? You need to write them down. You need to know how to use Microsoft Excel very well. Write it down. You need to know how to use maybe online forms. You need to know how to work with database. Write each individual thing that you learn in order to be good at data entry. This is the very first step. So spend some time, think about the service you want to start offering, and think about all the tools that you want to be very good at in order to start offering that service. Having this written down is going to help you in the next stage. And the next stage is creating a portfolio. A portfolio is simply the way you showcase yourself, is the way you present yourself to anyone. And the two places that I recommend you have your portfolio is, first, have a very good and professional looking LinkedIn profile. It's very important to have a LinkedIn profile, so have a professional looking LinkedIn profile. If you don't have one, go ahead and create it. If you already have a LinkedIn account, check out your profile, make it better, optimize it, and make it up to date so that at first look, when someone look at your LinkedIn profile, they are going to understand, yes, you are a virtual assistant and you can do this and that, and you can maybe help save your client time. You can do things efficiently. Whatever you decide, just make it look professional at first look. And the next place to have your portfolio is Canva. You can have a personal website. You can go to other places, Wix. There are a lot of things to do, but with this method, I suggest you create your portfolio in Canva. I have 2 tutorials on how to create portfolio in Canva. I'm going to put both links in the description. So go through it, create your portfolio with your nice smiling faces on it, with a clear title of what you offer, with a description of yourself and the services you are offering to clients, and have a list of all the tools that you know how to use in full detail. If you have any relevant certification, you include it. If you don't have it, it's not necessary. Clients just care about what you can do for them, not necessarily about what certifications you have. So watch the tutorials, create your portfolio in Canva, and optimize your LinkedIn account. This is the second stage. If you skip this stage, it is not going to work. And the next stage is start sending your pitch. Start sending your proposals. The first thing I advise for you to do is sit down and write a post, write a LinkedIn post, and include all the services. Just make it very easy to read. People make these mistakes, especially beginners. When you send an email outreach or when you contact people, you write a full essay that is going to be very hard to read. I receive a lot of email personally, and if I don't have to read an email, I don't read an email that I don't have to read most of the times, especially if it is too long. And you want to have your emails, you want to give your emails the best chance of getting read. So the first thing you need to do is sit down and write a post. The post is exactly what we are going to use to reach out to potential client. So write the post, a short introduction of yourself. Hey, I am Sadiq Omar and I am a virtual assistant. I have just started my virtual assistant career. I spent a lot of time, or I spent maybe 2 months learning how to use Microsoft Excel for data entry, learning how to maybe create social media graphics, learning how to use a CRM, learning how to use Trello for project management. I am not saying you should mention all of these things. Pick something specific. It's better to just, maybe if you want to focus on data entry, just focus on Excel. And Google Sheet is like the same thing. Just say, I spent maybe a lot of time learning and practicing how to use Microsoft Excel and Google Sheet, and I'm looking for someone who is going to accept my job offer to work for them for free as an internship in exchange of a real world experience, work experience, and a testimonial. You can write a quick draft, something like this, and you can take it to ChatGPT and make it better. And make sure in your post, you include a link to your Canva portfolio, so that if someone is interested, they can check out your Canva portfolio and give them a clear way to reach out to you. If for the post on LinkedIn, you can say something like, send me a message or drop a comment if you want to learn more, or send me a message and we can book a quick Zoom call to learn more about each other. Something like this. Just, you can write a quick draft and you can use ChatGPT to make it better. But very important, write your introduction very short. And write the next introduction of what you can do for client, the tools that you can really use, the tools that you can use very well, and give a link to your portfolio and give people a way to reach out to you. When you post in your LinkedIn, the next thing is start reaching out via email and social media. You can go to Facebook groups also, Facebook groups that your potential client hang out in. If you want to offer data entry services, you can find maybe real estate investors use that have data entry work most of the times. So you can find groups that real estate investors hang out in. Some groups will not allow you to post a personal promotion, but some groups will allow it. If the group will allow it, you can make a very simple post and just introduce people to you yourself. If you are looking for an internship opportunity, you don't need to present yourself as a professional. Just explain it. You are a beginner. You spend a lot of time learning and practicing, and you are looking for someone who will accept your internship offer, just for you to learn real world experience and gain some testimonial at the end, and make it clear the way for people to reach out to you, to contact you. Many people do direct outreach and they don't receive a response. A good example is, I receive many emails from people who complete ALX virtual assistant course, and they are offering pre-work in exchange of a testimonial. And the email, I'm sure they get the template from ALX, but I can tell you can make that template better, because the template is too long. And if you want really people to read, you need to make it simpler, and you need to give people a way to learn more about you. And how can people learn more about you? You write a short introduction of yourself. You add a clear explanation of the services you can offer to clients, the tools that you can use, exact tools that you can use for clients, and you give them a link to your portfolio, a well-created portfolio, and you give them a way for them to contact you. And it's important to overcome some of the objections that people have. And the main key objection that people have is, maybe you don't know what you are doing, you are going to end up wasting their time. And if you clearly present yourself as a beginner, not an expert, and you clearly explain the tools that you spend a lot of time learning and practicing, they won't have that much fear. They will have confidence that, yes, you are a beginner and you learn this thing good enough to start working with it. But if you present yourself as an expert in data entry, or maybe even you say you are a beginner, you learn data entry and you want to work for them, data entry is just a little too broad, because there are many tools that you are going to need to use depending on the business that you are working for. But if you said you know how to use Microsoft Excel specific, then People will clearly have something that they can give you that you only need to use Microsoft Excel, and they are not going to worry about you not knowing what to do or not knowing what you are doing, because you know how to use Excel. You establish that. And the next objection that people have is, after the internship, you are going to need for them to give you a job, and you can make it clear you are looking for real world experience and a testimonial. They don't need to give you a job at the end. A lot of this depend on the email or the message or the post that you did. If you didn't make it right, you are not going to receive a response, because a lot of people do it and a lot of the people are not getting a response. And if you have the right skills to use the tools that you want to start working with, maybe Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet, maybe Canva, maybe Trello, if you have the right skills and you reach out to right people and you create the right portfolio and you have the right proposal, you have the right email or message or post, then the next thing that you need to do is do it every single day. Don't expect to get a response and get hired with the first 10 people that you reach out to. You have to do it consistently until you get a response, until you get hired. Just make it your goal. You are going to keep doing it until you get hired. It doesn't matter how many you send. It doesn't matter if you send 5 or 1,000. Just make it a goal that you are going to keep doing it until you get hired. And if you are doing it right and you don't give up, you keep doing it until you get hired, then even if you are making some kind of mistakes that you don't know in the beginning, eventually you are going to understand the mistakes you are doing and you are going to fix it, and someone is going to say yes. And the goal is to get someone to say yes first. When you get your first yes, you will know what to do right next in order to get the next yes also. And you can watch this next video in order to learn how to start creating your portfolio. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.